Hi, I'm Chris Polo Taigwe, and you're welcome to the very first episode of Livin and Lovin Salone, right here on AMAZE Television, channel 32 on the terrestrial broadcast platform, and AMAZE TV SL on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Even though you and I are meeting here for the first time, I would let you know that Livin and Lovin Salone had only been on YouTube. And it's been living on this channel there, Living and Loving the World. And so today, I'm going to, on this special maiden edition of the program, I'm going to walk you through how far we've come since 2024 when we started. So I will be showing you some videos, and then I will top it all up with a special interview with this top Hollywood actor. You want to know who he is? You're going to know right after this timeout. You're still watching Livin and Lovin Salone. See you after this timeout.
Introducing the AMAZE TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high-quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the AMAZE TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the AMAZE TV app today for more content. You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms.
You're welcome back. Just as I told you before the break, Livin and Lovin Salone began its journey last year on YouTube on this channel called Livin and Loving the World. And so if you want to check all those previous videos, please go check on Livin and Loving the World. And so we're going to start now. So as I say, let's begin from the very beginning. In this introductory video.
Welcome to a land of untold stories, of hidden beauty and unwavering spirit, a nation where ancient traditions dance with modern dreams. I am Chris Polo Taigwe, your guide to the soul of Salone. Today we embark on a journey beyond the ordinary. We will witness the extraordinary. So be prepared to be mesmerized, prepared to be inspired, prepared to live, love and experience Salone.
Inside here, I come here. This is near the house.
My name is Chris Paul Utaigbe, a proud Nigerian from Edo State, with an academic background in theater arts from the University of Ibadan, Nigeria's premier university. I was captivated by the adventurous world of journalism, leading me into a rewarding media career. For over 3 decades, I've been dedicated to this path, but my true passion lies in community development. That's what brought me to Sierra Leone. In many ways, Nigeria and Sierra Leone share much in common, both historically and culturally. For instance, many of the freed slaves who returned from their colonial experience settled in Sierra Leone, with some eventually returning to their homeland in Nigeria. predominantly from the southern part of Nigeria. Many were from the southwest Yorubas, and that's why you have Sierra Leonean families with Yoruba names such as Akintola, Adetokunbo, Olumide, Onojowo. Some settled also in Port Harcourt, creating the Saro community. I affectionately refer to this country as Junior Nigeria. My curiosity as a journalist committed to community development brought me here. Through my work, I aim to explore the deep connections between our two nations, showcasing the similarities while exploring the people, places, culture, and life in Sierra Leone. I arrived Sierra Leone in October 2023, and is the first country outside Nigeria where I've spent an extended period, over 1 year now. During this time, I've gained a profound understanding of the people, places, cuisine, and culture of this beautiful West African nation. This journey was inspired by a well-respected Sierra Leonean friend who encouraged me to document my experiences. Though he lives abroad, his influence has been invaluable, and you'll meet him in this series.
Why is it called bush water? Look at the water and look at the bush.
Okay. From now on, I'll be sharing the incredible experiences of living in Sierra Leone. This series will showcase the wonderful and beautiful sides of the country in Lovin Salone. You might wonder, why Livin and Lovin Salone and not Sierra Leone? Well, like many others I consulted, I found Salone more appealing. I discovered that just as Niger is to Nigeria, Salone is to Sierra Leone. Derived from the Creole language, Salone is an affectionate name for the country. The official name Sierra Leone comes from the Portuguese explorer Pedro do Sintra, who named it Serra Leoa, Lions Mountains, in 1462. Over time, this evolved into the English name Sierra Leone. Today, Salone is a beloved and common way for Sierra Leoneans to refer to their homeland. Similarly, Niger is a popular, affectionate name for Nigeria. Though its exact origin is unknown, believed to have evolved from Nigerian Pidgin English in the late 20th century, is a casual way Nigerians refer to their country and the people. Most online content about Sierra Leone shows the beautiful beaches, cuisine, and lush landscapes from the airports to the mainland free town. Here I'll go further, diving into the communities and societies of the country. Despite the challenges, Sierra Leoneans live their lives with a profound love for their country.
The only thing I observe in this Sierra Leone is that when you bless Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone will bless you.
Wow.
When you love Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone will love you. I know we are the same Africa. Nigeria and Sierra Leone is one.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When you come with love in this Sierra Leone, this country will love you too.
One remarkable aspect is the warmth and friendliness of Sierra Leoneans towards foreigners, especially Nigerians. They love virtually everything Nigerian, particularly the music and movies. It's common to hear Nigerian music and see Nigerian movies everywhere you go. With over 7 million people, Sierra Leone faces its own challenges like any other African country, but it remains a very, very stable society. In the next episode, you'll begin to meet the people, explore places, and experience the culture, cuisine, and life of the Salone society and community. As our journey through this breathtaking land draws to a close, let us not forget the stories we've shared, the lives we've touched. Every like, every share, Every comment is a ripple in the ocean of change. Let us make waves of positivity, of hope, of love. Together we can illuminate the world. Together we can shape the future of Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining me on this extraordinary adventure. Until next time, may the spirit of our Almighty Creator forever inspire you. Amen. Cheers.
You're still in the room of Livin and Lovin Salone. And you know, I stumbled on this very beautiful and wonderful hotel. This hotel carries a major history that touches at the heart of Sierra Leone. And so in this particular video, I'm going to show you this hotel at a glance. Please see Hotel Bamoy. Enjoy.
Cuckoo was my dad's nickname and my brother's nickname. Gadi Tijan Kamara.
Okay.
I'm the daughter of the late Dr. Alaji Sheku Tijan Kamara. So we're coming up to Cuckoo's Nest, which is also our conference room.
Okay.
So this is the top floor, the nest.
Okay.
So right now it's set up for dining.
Okay.
But we have many different configurations for parties or conferences.
A quarter century of excellence. Hotel Bamoy celebrates 25 years.
Next, we're going to head to Baibure Wing.
Okay.
And I'll show you some of our sea view rooms.
Okay. Founded in 1999 by the visionary Dr. Sheku Tijan Kamara.
Telling the story, 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
We'll be looking back 25 years and then looking forward 25 years.
The event itself, what are the plans?
So we're going to have it out here. A huge...
Hotel Bamoy has stood as a beacon of hope and hospitality. The thing that the impact you have on your guests. That's another thing I would say. It's something it does when you're here. No, you're not tensed.
Once relaxed.
You're just relaxed. You don't assume it. It just comes on you like an anointing.
Oh wow.
So, look, there's a lot one can say about this hotel. You just need to be here
And
to feel it and experience it. You know, Nigerian musicians find one of it, then go feel it.
Yes.
Come here and feel it.
Come here and feel it.
You have to be here to feel it. You have to be here to experience it. That's something.
The Hotel Bamoy factor.
Wow, that's a really good one. The Bamoy factor.
The Bamoy factor.
That's right. The Bamoy factor. Now led by Ngadi Kamara and her brother Sheku Kamara Jr., the legacy of their father continues to inspire. As the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve, Hotel Bamoy will commemorate 25 years of exceptional service. This milestone is a testament to the hotel's unwavering commitment to providing unparalleled hospitality experiences. Beyond its luxurious accommodations, Hotel Bamoy has been a vital pillar of Sierra Leone's hospitality industry. It has served as a sanctuary for both locals and international visitors, offering a much needed respite from adversity. As Sierra Leone continues its journey of recovery and growth, Hotel Bamoy remains a source of national pride. It stands as a symbol of resilience, innovation, and the enduring spirit of the Sierra Leonean people. Join us as we celebrate this remarkable anniversary. Livin in Lovin Salone will be there to capture the magic of the evening, bringing you a front row seat to the festivities. Experience the extraordinary. Experience Hotel Bamoy.
You're back. So you're on time to watch the first Salone Civic Festival That happened towards the end of last year, I think November, and it was organized by the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. There you will see all the MDAs gathered, the ministries, departments, and agencies, each with their own exhibition stand, as you will see in this short video.
I'm living and loving Sierra Leone.
I am living and loving Sierra Leone.
I'm living and loving Salone.
And I'm living and I love Sierra Leone.
The Salone Civic Festival. A nation united, a nation inspired, and a nation on the move. That's the ongoing story of Sierra Leone. Rich in culture and potential, recently the country witnessed a historic event, the Salone Civic Festival, and Livin and Lovin Salone was there live. The Salone Civic Festival 2024 edition. So for 2 days, the heart of Freetown throbbed with excitement as citizens and government came together. In other words, it was bureaucracy coming to meet the public on one ground and for one event. So what is the significance of today to you, for you?
For this day, it means a lot to the country, citizens, and for us specifically as a center. It provides the appropriate platform for us to show our relevance to the nation, for us to raise issues around human security, and also to showcase what we've done over the years.
This wasn't just an event though, it was a movement to foster civic pride, to ignite national unity, and to empower every citizen to be a part of Sierra Leone's bright future.
And many other products that we are growing in this country, because we have a land that is fertile and that we have an enabling environment.
And don't forget, Livin and Lovin Salone is all about showing the brighter side of Salone and of the Salone society. From the vibrant exhibitions to the thought-provoking panel discussions, the festival was a melting pot of ideas, cultures, and aspirations. The government's 5 big agenda took center stage, with ministries showcasing their achievements and outlining their plans for the future. And let's not forget the electrifying performances that captivated the audience. Music, dance, and poetry filled the air, reminding us of the power of culture to bring people together. The Salone Civic Festival was more than just an event. It was a testament to the resilience and spirit of Sierra Leonean people. It was a beacon of hope, a catalyst for change.
We have nothing to hide as a government. We tell you in these books how much money we have collected. We in these books how much money we have expended in the service of the people of Sierra Leone. So everything is transparent, and this is fit on the open for everybody to come and see. We do not practice finance or financial management or accounting behind closed doors. We want our people to believe in the government. You want to know about the financial management of Sierra Leone? These are the current expenditure. All of this.
As we look to the future, let us embrace the spirit of the Salone Civic Festival, working together to build a better Sierra Leone, a Salone we all and all Sierra Leoneans
and issues that matter to Sierra Leoneans, that matter to people anywhere, in fact. Education and health, they're very important. The plan is to provide a roadmap, a strategy wherein we can inculcate civic education into the hearts and minds of all Sierra Leoneans.
Once again, I remain your friend and guide and host, Prince Paulo Taigbe, for Livin and Lovin Salone. Cheers.
I'm Livin Salone and I love Mama Salone. Thank you, bless.
JM Kaba, the commanding officer, Armed Forces Agricultural Unit. I am living and loving Sierra Leone.
AMAZE, course coordinator, Armed Forces Technical and Education College.
W2 Kamara and a student.
Last Corporal Davis,
Secretary to the Registrar, Armed Forces Technical Education College.
All right. We are living and
I am Major Momodu Kaikai, Staff Officer Grade 2 at the Ministry of Defense, Public Relations Department. I am living and loving. I am living and loving.
I'm living and loving salon. I'm always doing that. I like that. This man is in charge. Thank you very much.
I am living and loving Sierra Leone. There is nothing in Sierra Leone, nobody in Sierra Leone that's greater than Sierra Leone itself.
Stay tuned for the full episode of the maiden edition of the annual Salone TV Festival.
Also, last year, the Arsenal Fans TV crew, all the way in England, visited Sierra Leone, and I was on hand to join the Arsenal Sierra Leone chapter of the Arsenal Supporters Club to welcome them in this short video. Enjoy.
Imagine this. December 19th to 23rd, Sierra Leone was engulfed in a sea of red and white. The AFTV crew, conquerors of YouTube, landed on our shores.
Of Crystal win of Crystal Palace. It's like you brought good luck for UK to Arsenal in Freetown. Good to see you. Have you seen your bag now? Huh? Do you have your bag, your luggage?
Igniting a fever pitch across the nation. December 21st, the air crackled with anticipation at Chicken Town Jewel Branch. LNL Salone joined forces with the Sierra Leonean Arsenal faithful to hold this digital titan. AFTV then tells, thousands strong and growing, the Sierra Leone Arsenal Supporters Club, a legion of dedicated souls united by a shared crimson passion. Fresh from a double victory over Crystal Palace 3-2-5-1, the Arsenal juggernaut was unstoppable.
Congratulations on your 5-1 win over Crystal Palace.
We always do.
You always do?
It's normal.
Okay.
My name is Margaret Masakwe from Bolton City.
Wow.
Arsenal supporters.
Alright, good yes.
And I am Nene Fofana from Freetown, Wilberforce.
Why do you love Arsenal so much?
Well, I don't know, there's just this thing about Arsenal. I don't know if everybody experiences.
Oh, yes.
You just can't unlove Arsenal.
Congratulations on your victory yesterday.
Thank you.
How did you feel?
It was very awesome, especially when we had our legends around us, and it was very exciting. It was a very exciting moment, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you celebrate it?
The celebration was huge because we celebrated for the whole of the night.
Wow.
Yes, very huge celebration.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know.
So go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes, you know, when you have watched like the Wanko Kano, the Emmanuel Iboyi around, you around it, you know, you understand what I mean, you know, and then you have a wonderful victory like the 4-1 yesterday.
5-1.
5-1 yesterday. Sorry, yes.
You are shouting
5-1. It was an exciting moment anyway. No. So you see.
So I'm using also this opportunity to call on everyone in Sierra Leone, wherever you are in Sierra Leone, to come under this chapter so that whatever you are doing will gain global recognition.
1.7 million subscribers, 1.6 billion views. AFTV, a YouTube behemoth where raw emotion meets football fervor. Fresh from a double victory over Crystal Palace 3-2-5-1, the Arsenal juggernaut was unstoppable, and the AFTV tour arrived to celebrate this glorious triumph. Experience the electrifying moments, the raw emotion, the unbridled joy. Witness the AFTV invasion of Sierra Leone exclusively on Livin and Lovin Salone. Stay tuned.
My name is Kennedy Okeze. I'm living and loving Salone. Mama Salone is the place to be.
My name is Margaret J. Masakwe. I'm living and I love Sierra Leone, South Africa. I love my country.
Oh my goodness.
And I am Nene Fofana. I am living, I am loving, and I will love Sierra Leone forever.
Okay, I am Jusala Stanley, commonly known as Nikki. I am part of the Arsenal Sierra Leone, and I'm the HR who is in charge of bringing people in. I am living and loving Sierra Leone.
Manos say, please do live and love Salone too. All of us can do it.
Yeah.
One love.
Right.
Introducing the AMAZE TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the AMAZE TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the AMAZE TV app today for more content. You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms.
Well, that was how that went, the Arsenal watch party last year, 2024. Well, now to our main feature for the day. This guy you're going to see right now, who acted in Blood Diamonds, which starred the popular Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, it was so intense in the way he characterized the army chief who was grooming and breeding child soldiers in that movie. And of course, it starred in a lot of other movies, some written and produced, directed by him, others usual top Hollywood films. What a privilege it was to host this guy, Adetokunbo Makoma. That interview was so electric. It got me in a way that, you know, I never imagined I would get, because it was electrifying. That moment was electrifying. So I'm going to leave you to watch and feel the electricity that we generated together on this particular interview with Adetokunbo Makoma, top Hollywood actor. Yeah, you're welcome to this segment of Lovin Salone, where we talk movies, where we talk entertainment from the global perspective. And here with me, and of course, the name of this segment is Lovin Salone. And here with me, you won't believe it. Wow. You know, you can hear my laughter. I never believe in my lifetime I will see this guy. I watched Blood Diamonds and I was blown away. See, this actor is something else. The intensity, you know, I couldn't believe it. And then acting against, you know, side by side, Leonardo DiCaprio, the Titanic guy. I said, man, this guy. And when I heard this in Sierra Leone, I said, I must miss him. And today, God answered my prayer and is here on Livin and Lovin Salone, segment in Lovin Salone. Please welcome with me Adetokunbo Makoma.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Oh, my brother. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm telling you, good to have you home.
Thank you so much. It's good to be home. It's good to be home.
Yeah, so, wow. So how did it happen, first of all?
I mean, this has just been a crazy journey. I think I mentioned to one of my relatives that I was here, and he was like, "You gotta, meet up with AMAZE TV. They're amazing. They do incredible things." Yeah. And when I looked up, what you guys are doing, I was like, I was blown away.
Whoa.
And I said, actually, I don't want to just meet you. I actually want to see if there's a way I can collaborate with you.
Beautiful.
So here we are.
And I can tell you that collaborate you will with us.
Amen.
And that collaboration is going to change the landscape.
Fantastic.
In entertainment, in just name it. The journey, the destination is a vision for Africa.
Yes.
And thankfully, you are a force to reckon with, over there in Hollywood.
Yeah.
We are the mecca of entertainment in the world. And we're so glad to have you. And I tell you, we're going to have a great time working together.
Thank you.
But that's business.
Looking forward to it.
I got to know you first.
Yes.
My people want to see you.
Yes.
So how did you start playing? First of all, did you grow up wanting to be an actor?
Yes. I mean, I honestly, as long as I can remember, I wanted to be an actor. I did, the way my father explains it, I did my first play when I was 4 years old. I was a bee in a play called Bees, and I had like a mask on my face, and I had no idea where I was going, what I was doing. I do remember loving it. And until the moment I fell off the stage because I couldn't see anything. I literally fell off the stage, and my dad was like, "Oh, my son!" But the way it goes, when he tells the story, I was like, "I'm good." I so dusted myself off and got back on the stage. I finished the performance, get back on the horse. And then I did another play, I think when I was 10, and I was really depressed. But my grades started to suffer, and I remember my dad saying, "I'm going to take you out of the play." And I got really depressed. The headmaster called my dad in, and there's nothing worse, calling in a Sierra Leonean parent in an all British school. My dad was like, "Wait, we don't do now, ba." Shame not have me tweet, And the headmaster was like, "Well, honestly, what's going on with your son?" And my dad was like, "We just took him out of the school play." And he said, "Well, for goodness sake, put him back." And so my dad was like, "I guess this is something that's more than just a passion. It's something that he wants to do for the rest of his life." And then shortly after that, I did a movie called The Great Elephant Escape with Julian Sands and the late Julian Sands and Leo Burmester and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's an extraordinary actor. And I think that was the point when I was like, "Daddy, I want to do this for the rest of my life." And my dad was like, Daddy, he was like, "Oh boy, all right," But I think it helped the fact that my late mother was an actress, and so they were more supportive than I think the issue was a lot of people were like, one of my uncles who's a diplomat, who was like, "You have to put yourself in arts, you have to be actor." What's an actor? Because mind you, in our cultures, it's like you're either a doctor, a lawyer, a pharmacist, or whatever, but not an actor. And but my dad was like, "No, if this is something he wants to do, he's going to do it." And so his only condition was that I studied at one of the top conservatories, and I went to SUNY Purchase Conservatory of Theatre Arts and Film, and and here I am.
Well, since you took that decision, have you ever regretted?
All the time. No, I'm kidding. No. Because I'll tell you why. Because I love acting, and I would do this for free, and I think this is something that people must understand. In Hollywood, I know how it looks. It's like especially with the Oscars coming up, and it's like things are great, and it's like you've got this great lifestyle and whatever, what have you. But there are highs and lows, as with every industry, and we are also just people. But what I've realized is even with the highs, with the lows, it's important to keep your eye on the prize, and the prize is just making magic and making sure that you're creating something that fulfills you in some way. So I honestly tell people I would do this for free because I love what I do. I love it so much to create a character, to be able to touch people from all walks of life, and have your story on screen or on stage resonate with them and whatever they're going through. I'll tell you a quick story. I am on a TV series called Castlevania. It's an animated show, and there's this one line, and the character represents so much because he's a black superhero. And there's not many black superheroes who are written so well in animation. And I remember being at a convention, and this fan comes up to me in front of 3,000 people, and she goes, Ade, I have to tell you something. She said, when you delivered your last line in the series, you said, I want to live. And she's like, I was suicidal at that point. And when I heard I want to live, that gave me the courage to keep living. And so you realize that in what we do, we touch and we literally save lives. And for that, I'm just like, wow, it's incredible.
Well, tell us when that moment that blew your mind.
Yeah.
That movie that blew your mind, that you took part in, and you say, wow, this is it for me. What movie was that?
That's a good question. So, I mean, maybe part of it when I was 12, when I did Great Heaven Escape, when I realized that it's possible to create or to, do this and make a living off of it. But it was also, I think the moment, to be perfectly honest, was when I was on Lost. Working with Adewale Akinagbaje, who is such a phenomenal actor, and who sat me down. Adewale, yes. And he always he's like, but your name is Ade Tokumbo. Are you Nigerian? I'm
exactly.
I'm fronting. But I was like, Creole, So, and we were able to also trace our ancestry back to Nigeria. So I am part Nigerian, I guess.
Oh.
Mm-hmm, yes. That's it. But it was just the way we pushed each other, because we also knew this was the responsibility of us to show the world for the first time a different side of Nigeria and of Africa, and show us in a way that wasn't objectifying in any way, but a really well fleshed out, powerful story of two brothers and just their relationship. And actually that episode was nominated for an Emmy. It was a brilliantly written episode.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he and I just brought so much to that, and I could not be more proud of that work. And so after that, I was like, and that was, I think, the third job I got when I got to second job I got when I went to Los Angeles. Yeah. And so, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And of course, you're like, I'm going to be working every day. And you realize, no, that's not the case.
Now, the thing is, what about Blood Diamond?
Yeah.
How did you get in there? But that's one Hollywood movie, that really defined today. It looks like that is the roadmap to Sierra Leone and the Diamond.
Yes, so Blood Diamond, I think, was my third job. So just to put it in perspective, I landed in LA, and 3 weeks later, I landed in LA, and 3 weeks later, I just started working nonstop. And so it was such an incredible experience to just work on really amazing projects. I think my first project was The Unit, my second project was Without a Trace, I think, and my third project was Blood Diamond. And I just fell in love with, the story and the script, and the fact that it was about my people. And it was about, Sierra Leone, and it was about, just what happened. And it was such a personal story, because this was shortly after, we had this devastating 10-year civil war. And I think it was...
Were you during the war?
I unfortunately wasn't. No, I wasn't. But I lost a lot of people, and, and it, of course, is very personal to all of us who are Sierra Leonean. And so I would say Blood Diamond was one of the hardest roles I've ever done, because it was so personal, and because I could, unlike other projects, like the one I'm doing now, I could literally call up people who were in the war and say, what was your experience? And then they will tell me the horrifying stories of what happened. And then at that moment, I was like, I felt so blessed, in that moment, to be like, okay, I wasn't here, but also guilty because I wasn't here, and there was not much I could do to help our people, but also understanding that in that moment, the best way I could pay homage and sort of help with the, help make it cathartic and healing of not just myself, but for the millions of people affected by it, was to try and do justice to their story and tell the story the best I could, and not just do something that was another Hollywood film. So I told everyone that I spoke to, amputees, child soldiers, former child soldiers, I was like, let me tell your story, and not just make it just something that's, one-dimensional, but really try and make it as fleshed out as in depth as possible.
No wonder it did give, the intensity was brought out. It showed in the intensity of your characterization of the role. Did you feel any pain at any point in time in the plane, during the shoot? But did it come out of you?
I was in a dark place for months. And that is the one project I always say I couldn't get out of it. It was just so, you know, because I not been in a salon when it happened, you know. So there was you know, my dad was a diplomat, so we were raised in Kenya. So there was always, you know, I'll never forget my parents. Oh my gosh, you know, every day listening to the news and my mom crying and hearing when some relative died, or, you know, but there was still sort of it wasn't me, you know, but seeing, it's attachment. But when you're literally there and when you're in costume and when you are with the weapons and you have people crying, and then we had, you know, some amazing technical advisors where it's no longer acting, it's literally being. Oh, it traumatized me. And then I came to Sierra Leone right after shooting it. And so just seeing it and, you know, oh my gosh, it was tough. It was tough.
And the role you played, can you describe it for people out there?
So I played the man who teaches children to be child soldiers. And yeah, so it was intense. And, you know, we have a lot of judgment, you know, when it comes to characters like that. But to see it from the other side, to see how many people, you know, were drugged or forced or coerced into becoming child soldiers and whatnot, I was like, so it just taught me a lot. It taught me also not to judge in the way that I judged before. And so it was an eye-opening experience and a life-changing experience.
Did you have what am I called movie character PTSD?
Yes, fully. Yes. As I did that for months, I was like, oh my gosh, life sucks. My dad was like, are you okay? I was like, I don't know. It was so intense. Wow. It was because it was real, and it was like, and honestly, this is the thing. When I looked at it, I would have been the age of so many kids who were child soldiers. So it was not just it was people who were literally my age going through the most horrific things in their life. And me thinking, okay, well, if I was 12, if I was 13, I was there hanging out the mall and driving up, you know, my fancy car. But halfway through, ultimately, I think for me, the life-changing experience, it taught me compassion for my fellow human being, and not to judge people because of their background, their circumstance, or whatever. You cannot. Because we could easily, the shoe could always be on the other foot. Yes. The Douala have this wonderful proverb that goes, rain does not fall on one roof alone. So at any given time, we each could be that person, you know, in some way or other. So that's literally how I lead my life. So when I say life-changing experience, it's fully life-changing experience. The TV series that I'm doing now, which is based on the German King. It's called The German King. It's about the extraordinary life of King Rudolf Douala Mangabell, who was a Cameroonian-born prince who was raised in Germany alongside Wilhelm II, and, you know, was raised in royal courts and was just a phenomenal man who, when he came back to Cameroon, he witnessed the subjugation and the horrors of German imperialism on his people. And he said, let me stand up and do the right thing, you know, and which meant ultimately saying, even if I die, I will sacrifice my life to stand up for my people. And it was like, what? And I'm reading this man and the story of his life and trying to understand why there wasn't more of his life in our history books. Because I'm like, this is the man who I would love to read. Because I was like, we had heroes? I don't know. You know, and you know, you hear, yes, maybe Patrice Lumumba, you'll hear a bit about it, Thomas Mboya and a few other people. But reading about this man who was just so extraordinary, who literally helped bring down an empire in Cameroon and ultimately Africa, was just an incredible thing. And so I said, you know, let's do a story about his life. And I did a short film that went to Cannes, won a bunch of awards, qualified for the Oscars. And it was just such a phenomenal experience doing it. And I remember when we won Best Short Film at the Independent Film Festival in Ohio. And this little white kid, now mind you, for me, I wrote this film for young Adetokunbo McCormack, who did not have like a black hero that I could look up to. Because mind you, listen, when we were younger, let's just be honest, we had Superman, we had Spider-Man, we had, you know, all these like white characters. We didn't really have people who looked like us. And I said, you know what? It's time we have these people who are superheroes who look like us. And this will help inspire future generation, because this is something we and I talked about earlier briefly, and how we don't feel empowered. You know, it's like sometimes there's like an inferiority complex, not intentionally, but because of the fact that every time we see a hero, those heroes don't look like us, right? It is the white savior. It is, the person who is like, let's just, save Africa or whatever. And to see this man who basically went toe to toe with empires, with kings, with queens, and was smarter than so many of them, who used the law to basically transform his society and be quoted in Germany and the Reichstag was an extraordinary thing.
When the Germans arrived, they took me from my home. They tried to make me one of them. They made me eat their food, wear their clothes, become the perfect black prince. I had no friends but Wilhelm. He was a brother. But now our people suffer underneath his heel. He drove us from the Holy River. He made our people slaves. The German king will come for you. He will try to wash Africa from you. But always remember, you are a prince of Cameroon. For the first time ever, we're making an epic TV drama about Africa called The German King. I promise it's about Africa, just hear me out. The German King is a multi-season period political drama series centered around the true story of King Rudolf Douala Mangabell. He was an African prince taken from his homeland and raised by the German Kaiser as a brother to Wilhelm II, the guy who started World War I. But Rudolf's love for his German brother is tested when he witnesses firsthand the atrocities his brother's committing against the people of Cameroon. Now, to protect his people, Rudolf will have to betray Wilhelm, which is an act of treason punishable by death. This show will be full of political intrigue, betrayal, assassinations, epic battles, and true heroism. Rudolf lived and died for his people and helped inspire an entire continent to fight for its freedom. The German King is like if Black Panther and the Crown had a baby, and that baby had zero nudity. We need your help to bring the German King to life. Instead of going to Hollywood movie studios, we're coming to you.
Monologue, marketing, let me use
Yes,
that word,
yes.
of it. It's quite dramatic, it's quite, in itself is a show.
Yeah.
So, what was the outcome of this?
So the outcome was extraordinary. So we actually did a big fundraiser. So basically we partnered up with Angel Studios. And so for those of you who don't know who or what Angel Studios is, they are the biggest fundraising platform in the world, I believe. So they're the ones who are behind The Chosen. The Chosen is the story about Christ's disciples, actually starred in one of the episodes. And then also they did Sound of Freedom, they did Cabrini, they did like a lot of top 5, top 8, top 10 blockbuster films and TV shows. And so we did a fundraiser, and what's surprising to me, because I was like, oh boy, this project about an African hero, saying, oh my god, is this going to be successful? And we raised so much, we raised over $1 million. Yeah, we did, yeah. Which was unreal. And so they were like, people kind of want to see this. And I was like, well, it shows that people want to see shows which are diverse and different. And it's not just about Witslandem or whatever. It's like they want to see diverse, interesting, complex storytelling. And storytelling about us. And more importantly, how our stories are not just African history, right? But in the case of German King, Rudolf Douala Mangabell fought against Germany. And he also talks about how, when you follow his story leading up to World War I, you see how they were having concentration camps in Togo, concentration camps in Cameroon, how 100,000 Naman people were killed in southwest Namibia, how 17 million people were killed in the Congo. And all of these are stories people don't tell, but also ultimately how you have a lot of heroes like Rudolf Douala Mangabell who brought these stories to light and who fought back against imperialism. So that's the importance of this story. And you cannot isolate these incidents. His story, his history is part of world history.
Wow. One final question before we let you go. With all this experience and with all the skills and knowing both worlds, more of that world than ours, how much of that are you bringing here to develop the industry here?
Well, that is fully my goal. So we've already started partnering up with various institutions all across Africa. In South Africa, in Kenya, where we're shooting part of the TV series, we've actually partnered up with an institution called Young Stars Africa. And so we've had over 10,000 children come through our school. We identify people who are disadvantaged. We actually started the program in Kawangware, which is one of the biggest slums in Kenya. And in fact, it started a few years ago when I went, and I was trying to help them, and I tried to offer one of them money, and they were like, "We don't want money." They're like, "All we want is opportunity." And I had never seen anything like that before. I was like, "Oh, you sure?" They're like, "Give us an opportunity." We know. I was like, "Oh," and that was like, okay. So then we started creating workshops. We called people to donate cameras and time. I reached out to my award-winning team. I had them come on board and just donate their time, and just gave them just free classes. And literally, they're now filmmakers in our TV series. We hired quite a few of them to come on board with set design, production design, PAs, and whatnot. And let me tell you, after they went through my course, they are some of the best people who've worked with us. Better than people who went to conservatories, their work ethic, because they want this. They don't take it for granted. So we have them on payroll, and they're doing extremely well. So because that was so successful, we approached Cameroon. We went to University of Yaoundé, because now we're like, okay, how can we take it to also university institutions, University of Boya, and we've identified some talented individuals who've now also come on board the series. And I now want, you'll hear it from here first on AMAZE TV, I want Sierra Leoneans to come on board the show and also create the same opportunities for you all. So,
well, on that note, I can assure you, as long as we're here in AMAZE TV, Sierra Leone is with you.
Amen.
And we're going to be with you all the way.
Thank you.
And the outcome of this will be great, not just for Sierra Leone, but for the rest of Africa. Because you're an African shining star, making us proud globally. And so on that note, I have been with the one and only Adetokunbo Makoma. You know, Makoma, you know,
Makoma, McCormack, either one, you know. Makoma, Salone, you know, the Salone name. So.
You know, Adetokunbo.
It's yours, I
mean. You know, and of course, you've enjoyed him. Adetokunbo is a man so fired up. You can't but be fired up. You know, and yeah, for the full session, we've been doing Livin and Lovin Salone.
Yeah.
And of course, before we let you go, you're going to do it for us. You're going to look at the camera and tell them your name, who you are, and you go, "I am Livin and Lovin Salone." Right. Which one? That one? That's
that one? Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Adetokunbo McCormack. I'm an actor and filmmaker from Los Angeles, California, although originally I'm from Sierra Leone, and I am living and loving Salone.
Introducing the AMAZE TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the AMAZE TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the AMAZE TV app today for more content. You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms.
Welcome back. And how time flies. Well, as we come to a close on this inaugural episode, let me tell you that you and I have made history today together, being participants and witnesses to the formal premiere of Livin and Lovin Salone on AMAZE Television, Channels 32, terrestrial broadcast platform, and on our various on our various social media platforms, Facebook especially, on AMAZE TV itself. And of course, you can also join the Living and Loving the World YouTube channel to catch up on the very old episodes of Living and Loving Salone. I must also appreciate you for allowing me to share your virtual space with you today. It's a privilege I do not take for granted, because you've allowed me to show the brighter side of Sierra Leone. And that is what we're going to be seeing every week from here on. And so, until next week, same time, same station, same hour, same moment, same program, Living and Loving Salone. I remain your host, Chris Paul Otaigbe, the Edo man from Nigeria. Living and Loving Salone. Cheers.